Third day of a Columbia County homicide trial is wrapping up tonight. Larry Manthe is accused of killing his girlfriend Alice Langer and staging her death as a suicide.
Chloe Morrissey has been sitting in on the trial since it began Monday and has you covered on today's developments.
Much of the physical evidence in this case was presented on day 3 of the State versus Larry Manthe trial. The prosecution called up crime lab experts to analyze fingerprints and DNA found on items from the scene the night Alice Langer died. State prosecutors introduced a handgun, the case for the gun, and an ammo magazine as evidence. A DNA analyst from the state crime lab testified that DNA on these items ranged from all Larry Manthe's or all Alice Langer's to a mix. DNA from Manthe and Langer was found on the gun, though varying in amount. Some places on the gun had more of Langer's and others had more of Manthe's. This witness testimony led the state and defense to go back and forth in questioning, both emphasizing how there is not a way to determine how DNA gets on an object. A standout point worth noting was the DNA analyst's response to a question from the defense, where he said that even if you load a gun, your DNA may not transfer to it. But the witness also verified the DNA can transfer from one person's hand to another, then onto an object. Like, for example, shaking hands with someone can transfer their DNA onto something. This witness also analyzed DNA from the shower where Langer was found. There were multiple spots inside of the shower door with only Langer's blood on it. Today's evidence and witness testimony did create some tension in the courtroom, especially when talking about DNA found on those evidence items. Another one of these moments was when the state called up a detective to the stand. The defense saying this witness accused Manthe prematurely of killing Langer, but the state backed this up by having the witness explain interrogation tactics used in the field. In Portage, I'm Chloe Morrissey.